Well, I've been working on this throttle pedal here, and I got it working pretty good, actually. It's got just the right amount of travel. Springs back nicely. I don't know if you can see it, but I added a return spring. I got a self-tapping screw going into the metal frame. And then I welded a little piece of rod here to hook the spring on. And then I changed the angle of attack here. You can see I cut off this pad and then I hammered it straight. If you look at the other one here, see this bend? I hammered that all straight. Then I heated this up and I bent it over a piece of pipe, hammered it while it was red hot. So that created a curve, and now the pedal stands proud of the attachment point. Then I welded this back on, so now it, just before it hits that bolt, it's at full throttle. So it's really nice. Springs back good, it's not overly stiff. And this spring actually was the old spring from the original Honda throttle, that return spring. So I can make minor adjustments right here, and if I need to, right here. So I've got it working great. It goes to full idle and full throttle. And I only needed just a little bit more travel in the pedal, and I was able to get that. So let's see, I want to take this thing for a drive, so I gotta finish that little bracket that I want to do to stiffen this thing up, and then put the top panel back on. And I don't think there'd be anything stopping me from driving this thing, so that's coming up here pretty quick. I think I've got this bracket figured out here so I can strengthen this piece of steel. So this is a piece of 1/4 inch steel. I think it's 1/4 by 3/4. So I did a little hammering on it, bent it over in a vise, and then it's kind of at a bit of an angle here, so I welded on these tabs. So now I have to drill some holes here to bolt it to the bulkhead, maybe put a bolt in here too. So that'll solve that problem, tighten this collar up real good, and then I can put the cover back on this thing. Alright, let's drill a hole in this bracket here. Drill the other side. Alright, I can put that in the cart. Drill them through the wood bulkhead and bolt that up, and then I can drill this one in. This bracket is ready to go in. I've got some reference marks here that I can line up to. I want it in there pretty snug. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Alright, that's where I want it. Now I'll put these vice grips right here. That'll keep that snug while I drill these 2 holes. I'm going to set up the drill and drill a hole. looks like it stayed put. Alright. So now I'll put the bolts in and then I'll drill out that one. I'm going to put these bolts in here. That looks good. Washer and a lock washer. I don't have any stop nuts, so this will do. Okay. And this other side. That's on there good. So now I can center punch this. This is nice and stout. Drill through both of them, bolt it up. Job done, almost. Alright, so I need to center punch this. Boy, that feels nice and solid. Like I say, this takes a lot of stress, so it's good now that that's triangulated. It's got top and bottom. That ought to really make things better. That thing just will not budge. Alright, let's drill a hole through everything. Well, it's a little on the low side, but it'll still work. I'm having a bitch of a time getting leverage. Pilot hole. I can't get enough leverage on it to get all the way through it with that size bit. Alright, so here's the finished bracket. Bolted right here through the bulkhead. And bolted right here. And this thing is stiff, I'm telling you. So I just got to make sure this collar is tight. Put some Loctite in there, I think. And I made a mess in here. Clean it up and put on this top panel. Alright, that job's done. Well, I got it all back together. Got the top panels back on. Engine's ready to go. Everything's tight. Got the throttle working good. Yep. I hooked up the cable with a couple of zip ties. Got everything dialed in. Everything's nice and clean on the inside. So, I think I'm going to take it for a little spin here. Just for a couple minutes anyway. And, it's 9 o'clock at night and I want to see how it runs. So I'm going to drive it around the driveway a little bit. You know, just long enough to annoy the neighbors. So, let's see how it does.
short little run around the driveway was enough to show me that the power difference from the stock motor to this modified setup is just incredible. I mean, it's night and day difference. I mean, you know, I stepped on it a little bit while I was running around out there, and man, I had to hold on. It's got a lot of torque, really wants to run. Tomorrow, Brian, he's stopping by, and we'll take some videos of it in action. I'm anxious to get it out in the yard and open it up during the daytime. It's a nice Saturday morning in February here in Phoenix, so we're going to get the cart out and race it around the house, see what this performance motor will do. Brian's on his way over, so he'll be here in a couple minutes, and we'll see what we can come up with. Oh gosh, that thing has more power than I ever imagined. So time for Brian to crap his pants. Man, that thing has instant response. You know, if you're in a turn and you step on it, the wheel starts spinning and the end just slides right around.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's definitely louder than it used to be. I can hear him on the other side of the house. Boy, it's nice having the power when you need it. It's incredible.
It's too fast.
It's going to take some getting used to. Man, oh man. We're just like quarter throttle and it's already kind of out of control. So we got to get used to it. Yeah.
I'm like, holy.
It's something else. I'm telling you. Isn't it nice when you step on the gas in the corner how it comes around?
And you got that thing geared really high too. You can probably go down a little more.
Jeez, I'll bet the thing will do 50 or 55 probably.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
yeah, no.
We had 47 with the stock setup,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so I can't imagine driving it that fast. Oh man.
You have all your safety equipment on.
Oh gosh. Wow, what a difference. But that added power is real nice when you need it. It's fun to squirrel around, huh?
That's amazing how much power you get out of that thing.
Gosh. 40% increase in power or something like that. From 6.5 to like 10.5 or 11.
You almost can't let a kid drive this.
Yeah, it's a race car, you know. We'll save the old number 27 for everybody to putt around in, you know.
This is not one you want to let just...
No, you got to be experienced to get behind the wheel of this.
This is Formula One.
Formula One? Oh, gosh. All right.
Oh, no. That thing's way too fast.
It's like riding a fucking Bronco.
It's too fast.
It's a handful.
It's too fast.
All right. Well, I think it's suffice to say that this is a little hot rod now. So, yeah, as you heard, we got pretty excited. Oh, gosh. So anyway, this is the end of this series because we've got it installed now. I got to get back to working on getting the body done, and, you know, I want to take this thing apart and paint it, so I'm pretty close. So I'm coming up with some other things to do. We got the motor mock-up to do, and a little bit more body work, a couple little things. So anyway, I'll let you know when that gets going.